All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's upskilling session. Today, we are looking at the very interesting topic effectively leveraging LinkedIn for career growth. And in recent time, I have been trying to be active on LinkedIn. And I think I had two particular case study of my post that went viral. And then I had like several messages when someone came to ask me, how do you make your post go viral? Which was crazy. I was like, okay, this is a topic we need to deal with in the Stellar Females organization. And I'm bringing you a masterpiece, a person who has tested LinkedIn and has grown at LinkedIn from 0 to 44,000 followers in less than a year. Her name is Eno-obong, and she'll be joining us, and I'm going to bring her up live. So here we go. You are welcome, Eno-obong. I think you are live. Okay. So you're live in both places. Interestingly, you're live in both places. So whichever one
Yeah,
works for you, you can tell me.
I just figured out how to join with my laptop. So I just did, but I've left with my phone.
Okay.
I think my phone has left. Yes.
Yes. Yes, it
Okay.
has.
So I'm
It's
actually
such a
happy
pleasure
to
to
be.
have you. Please welcome to Stellar Females. And the floor is yours. You can introduce yourself and then flow.
Okay, thank you so much. And I'm actually really happy to be here. I don't know if because I can't see people that are here, so I don't really know. I don't really know the people that are here or
So people are
like
joining
our
from the
audience.
back end on YouTube directly, while we are joining from another place. So, but you can't see them, but they are here, and they will drop their comments or questions as we go on.
Okay, interesting. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm actually happy to be here. Hi, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon from wherever you're joining us from. So, my name is Eno-obong Akpan, and you can call me Eni because a lot of people actually know me by Eni in the tech space. So, you can call me Eni, it's fine. And I've been in tech for like 3 4 years now. I'm a
Hmm.
product designer. I'm a product designer. Lots of people also know me as that. I'm a product designer. I actually help founders, business owners design websites, mobile app, web app, and the likes. So that's literally what I do. And when I started out in my career, LinkedIn was my primary platform, and it's still my primary platform. Although I'm building on other platforms, but LinkedIn is like my primary platform. So I'm going to share with you why I actually chose LinkedIn today, and you also get to know more about me today, and you also get to ask your questions. So yeah, I think that's just it. Just keep it short because if I want to go on and on, I'm just going to keep talking and talking and talking. So that is that. As we progress, you're going to also get to know more about myself and more of the things that I do. So for now, I'm actually to be here, and I welcome all of you to today's session. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It is always insightful to read your posts, to learn about the products that you've worked with. I mean, I check your designs and they are top notch. They are really excellent. And how you're able to blend your product design skills with LinkedIn to rightly position your career is the reason why you are here. So please take us to that realm. We really want to learn from you so we can position ourselves with our skill set as well.
Okay, thank you so much. So I'm just going to get right into it. So the first thing is a lot of people actually misunderstand LinkedIn. Like I get people understand LinkedIn a lot. People just feel like, oh, a set of people are set kind of people are supposed to be on LinkedIn. Or I'm not fit to be on LinkedIn because I am not this, I am not that. But that is not true. Like LinkedIn is literally for everybody and anybody. So no matter what you do, LinkedIn is still the place for you. As far as you want to put yourself out there, just like you would put yourself out there on Instagram, on TikTok, on X, LinkedIn is still the place that you can put yourself out there. But the only difference between LinkedIn and other platforms is because LinkedIn is a professional platform. Now, if you're applying to a job now, they are not going to ask you for your Instagram profile. They're not going to ask you for your TikTok profile. And there is a reason. That's because LinkedIn is was just built to be a professional platform. So that's why you will always see hiring managers asking you for your LinkedIn profile. So today we're going to talk about how you can leverage LinkedIn for your personal career growth, or if you just want to build your personal brand on LinkedIn, because people are on LinkedIn for different reasons. So it's not everyone that is on LinkedIn that is on LinkedIn to get a job. That is one thing you need to also note. Everybody that's on LinkedIn, that are not there to get a job. Like people that are on LinkedIn just to connect with people, that are on LinkedIn to build new relationship and also make new friends, which is fine, because connecting with industry leaders is also like a plus. It's also like a very valid reason to be on LinkedIn. But I know that a lot of us are actually on LinkedIn to, I mean, get jobs, get clients, and make money at the end of the day. So you're going to see how you can also effectively leverage LinkedIn to do that and also to grow your career. So I'm going to start by asking us a very simple question. I always like my classes to be very interactive. That's why I did ask that. I did ask about my audience when I started, because I'm like, where are they? I always like to make my classes very interactive so that I know that you're also following along and you also understand what I'm sharing with you. So the first question I'm going to ask is, how many opportunities do you actually think you're missing simply because the right people can't find you? Like, just have a moment to think about that. How many opportunities do you think you're missing simply because the right people can't find you? Okay, let me say they can't find you yet. Because after today's session, you're going to know how you can leverage LinkedIn, and then they will be able to, start finding you and start seeing you. But I need you to ponder on that question, because a lot of people treat LinkedIn like a CV. LinkedIn is not your CV. Now, well, your CV can just be, like a one page or two-page document that you have that showcases your skills and all of those other things that you want to put there. But LinkedIn is not like that. For LinkedIn is a professional platform where you can share, talk about your experiences, your challenges, talk about your wins, share whatever it is that you are going through that is also in line with your career. You can talk about it on LinkedIn, but you can't talk about those things in your CV. Now that's the difference between your CV and LinkedIn. So you need to be very particular when you are putting yourself out there on LinkedIn. Don't put yourself out there like LinkedIn is a CV, because it is not a CV. And also, LinkedIn is a visibility platform. It's also a networking platform. It's a personal brand building platform. And most importantly, LinkedIn is an opportunity magnet. Now, what do I mean by an opportunity magnet? Now, what I mean by that is, if you position yourself rightly on LinkedIn, you're going to start to attract those opportunities that maybe you used to see, or you see other people talk about, and you're like, oh my god, when will this get to me? But if you position yourself right, you're going to start getting those opportunities as well, and people will also start to be like, oh, how did you do it, and all of that. So you need to start to treat LinkedIn like an opportunity magnet. And I've also seen a lot of people get jobs without applying. I personally, for one, I have gotten like a lot of offers on LinkedIn without even applying. Why? First, because I have positioned myself in a way that what I do is very clear. People who go to my profile and they understand what I do immediately. So my profile already communicates to you what I do without me having to say so much. And also, I also create content around what I do. Yes, I talk about other things, but you will find me talking mostly about product design because that is my primary skill. I have other skills. I also do social media management. I also do AI and automation, but my primary skill is product design. So I talk more about that. I mean, my AI and automation, I'm not like an expert there, because it's just a new skill I'm picking up. So I'm not very, like, I won't really say, oh, I'm so good at it now. I'm still in the learning phase, but once in a while, I could just talk about what I'm learning. That is also a way to carry people along on another exciting career that I'm building, but it's not a career transition. It's just a new skill that I'm adding up to my other skills. So there is always like a way to go about talking about other things that you're doing, but let your primary skill outshine every other thing that you want to talk about, which is what I also do. And I also see people on LinkedIn get clients without pitching. Yes, you can get clients can get clients on LinkedIn without even having to do cold outreach. I don't do cold outreach. I don't, but people do it and it still works, but I don't do. But in the early stage of building on LinkedIn, I had tried cold outreach and it didn't end well for me because I even got myself blocked by a recruiter. And up to today, I don't understand the reason I was blocked. But I don't understand the reason I was blocked was I was actually blocked by a recruiter. And till today, whenever I remember, I'm like, okay, like I'm just curious to know why did he block me? Did I do something wrong? Because as far as I'm concerned, I was a beginner at the time and I was just reaching out to, I was even offering my skill for
For
free. Like
free.
I was even looking for, exactly.
Yeah.
I was even looking for volunteering role. I wasn't even looking for, oh, pay me. I was still early and I was just looking for the experience. So now I used to see people on Twitter, oh, this is how you can use your LinkedIn to get volunteering role. I'm like, okay, let me try. And I sent DMs to like more than 40 people. I'm not even joking. I sent like more than I document. In fact, I still have like that book where I wrote, because whenever I reach, I just try to like write it down so that I know I can also keep up and maybe follow up or something. And I didn't get a response. I only got a response from just one recruiter, and she was really, really nice. And till today, we still, we still connect, we still talk because we're like, oh, at the time, they are not their company, they are not open to getting new people, and they would not want me to work for free. They would want to pay me, so they don't have the budget for like a new intake at the time. So I was like, okay, fine. So I just kept the communication open with her. But now discovered that this other recruiter blocked me, and I was just like, why? Why did
I
he
think
have
the,
to, block
yeah,
and
I
all
think
of
one
that?
reason I feel recruiters block people is the spam. When I started being active on LinkedIn, the number of messages I have gotten on my LinkedIn is crazy. And most of them are salesy. So when someone is in a bad mood and you see a kind of a pitch message that you don't want to see, just straight block. I guess that's the reason. My suggestions though.
Right, right. And he did not even accept my connection request out, like, so we were not even chatting. It was just the
Mm,
first message that I sent, that the first message is just going to be like pending. Do you get?
mm, mm.
Until first message is going to be pending until maybe they'll get to, I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure it will come up again. So the first
That's
message
okay.
was still pending because we didn't get to talk, you get, we didn't get to talk at all. So I was just like, why did he have to block me? I mean, he should come and see me now. Then I was still like really, really like coming up. In fact, I didn't even have up to 1K followers. I don't
Oh,
because I was still very new, but
look
I was
at
still
growth.
very new
See
at
how
the
far you've
time. So
grown. At least by now you would have listened to you when you view your profile.
exactly. But I mean, that's his loss, to be honest. It's his loss. That's his loss though. Okay, so
But
so like I was actually saying, so people actually treat LinkedIn like, oh, it's a, this kind of platform and all of that. But then you need to start treating LinkedIn like a professional platform and also like a connection platform that you want to connect with people. That is like the only way that you can rightly position yourself on LinkedIn. I'm trying to, oh my god. That's the only way that you can rightly position yourself on LinkedIn. And also, lots of people that get these offers on LinkedIn, they're not, it's not because they are more qualified than you. Now, people, when it comes to LinkedIn, people that get the offers are not the most skilled or the most qualified, but they are the most visible people. That is another thing that people need to understand. They are the most visible people. Those are people that get those offers, not the most qualified people. So you need to put yourself out there, especially when you
let
have
me
the skill
cut
and
you
everything. Even if
there
you
and
don't,
ask a question. So, I mean, you,
okay,
you talked about your major skill is product design, but now you're
yeah.
integrating AI and automation and social media management into that. How, take for example, somebody wants to move, let's say for example you want to stop doing anything product design. How do you build your space so that LinkedIn algorithm recognizes you as an AI automation expert? How do you go from that part, that point one to point two? Do you need to have 10,000 followers before you can do this, or it's even easier if you have less followers? Because that is a concern
Now,
for most
for
people.
me, yes, yes, that is very true. And one thing about LinkedIn is you can be talking about different things, like, at different time, because at the end of the day, you end up even confusing your audience and even
Exactly.
confusing your own self. So now the
Exactly.
best way to go about that, like for me, I'm not transitioning. It's not a career transition. It's just like a skill that I'm picking up. But now the best thing for you to do, like me that I have like multiple skills, but and I would want to talk about them on LinkedIn. But I'm like, okay, no, people already know me as a product designer. If I end up putting all of these things on my profile, I'll end up like confusing people. So I could put all of these things together and like in one. That's in fact that's even the reason I actually founded Enira. Because that's like, okay, this is what I do. So I can put it up there and it now becomes like an agency. So for me myself, my personally, people still know me as a product designer. I am still a product designer, so I can do, but my other skills are all put together in form of, like an agency. So I have people, I have a team that handle like all of those things. Now that's another way to go about it. Because for me, if I was transitioning to AI and automation, now this is what I would have done. Because now people already know me as a product designer. I mean, change is constant. So I could wake up tomorrow and say I don't want to be a product designer again, which is fine. It just shows that okay, I have grown and maybe my interest has also changed. Okay, I don't want to do this again, I want to do this. So now the best way to go about that, if you want to transition, let's say I want to transition from product design to AI and automation, I would make a post about it on LinkedIn. I will talk about it that okay, lots of people actually know me to be this, but because of this, I'm transitioning from product design to AI and automation. So in the next couple of months, I'm going to be talking about AI and automation because it is a new skill that I'm transitioning into. Now, by doing that, I'm also like carrying my audience along, my community along. So they also follow through with my career transition. Now, that's the best way to go about it. If you're transitioning completely from one skill to the other. But if you're not transitioning, then and maybe but you still want to like marry the two skills together, still keep your primary skill. Talk about your primary skill more. Then you can talk about the other one as your secondary skill. Maybe once in a while, let's say once in a week, you talk about it, but let's say 4 times in a week, you talk more about your primary skill. Now, this one still overshadows the other one because people already, even the algorithm will know that this is what this person is. So that's the best way to go about that if you're not transitioning. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, please continue.
I hope that answers your question.
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. I don't know why these people are delaying. So okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is, if I like this, like the first, because I have like different parts. So the first part is understanding LinkedIn's real power. Very important. Now, many people misunderstand LinkedIn, like I already said earlier. Now, you think that LinkedIn is only for a certain kind of people, only for job seekers, HR professionals, corporate professionals, and the likes. But no, LinkedIn is literally for everyone. That's why it's a professional platform. So anybody at all can be on LinkedIn. In fact, there was even a woman, as I think last year, she's a snail seller. That woman sold 800 snails on LinkedIn. Like, you would not believe that somebody would sell snail on LinkedIn. Like, thinking about it is like, oh my god, like you're selling snail on LinkedIn, because that's something that maybe you should be doing on Facebook, and other platform. But why LinkedIn? Now that's to show you that people, anybody at all can be on LinkedIn. You're a photographer, you can be on LinkedIn. You're a makeup artist, you can be on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not only for tech professionals. No, it can be for anybody. Everything is just all about how you strategically position yourself. That's what makes the whole difference when it comes to LinkedIn. Because on LinkedIn, you're going to find recruiters, founders, industry leaders, investors, hiring managers, a lot of people, even mentors. You can find mentors on LinkedIn, freelancers, decision makers. A lot of people are there on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is not only for a certain kind of people. So if you're someone that thinks that LinkedIn is just for a certain kind of people, I need you to change your mindset today so that you can effectively build yourself on LinkedIn. Yes. So, and then the other part we're going to talk about is how to optimize your LinkedIn profile. So, I think this is where I would have to share my screen so I can just take you through how to optimize your profile, from your profile picture, your headline, and all of that. So, let me share my screen quickly. Let me share my screen. I don't know what's going on with my lights or
Yeah, that happens
like
sometimes.
what's
I mean, as
happening.
long as we can see your face, although not very clearly, but it's still very visible, and then we can hear you clearly.
Right? Okay. Yeah, okay, thank you. Anyways, I've dropped a message. Hopefully they fix that because I'm not in that lane right now. Okay. This is okay. Okay, let me share. Okay, let me know when you can see my screen.
All right, your screen is visible.
Okay. Okay, please give me 1 minute.
Okay. So we are
Okay, yes.
getting.
So I'm going to take you through how you can. What did you say?
No, shoot, please go ahead.
Okay. I thought you were calling my attention to something. Okay, yes. So I'm going to effectively take you through how you can optimize your LinkedIn profile so you can properly position yourself for career growth because everything starts with your profile. If you get it right with your profile, trust me, like you can then the rest they say is history. Like me, I actually rebranded this year because one thing you want to do is you need to also keep updating your profile. Like me now, I can wake up tomorrow and I'm like, oh my god, I don't like this banner. I want to change it. I would change it.
Mm,
Now that's the beautiful thing about LinkedIn. You need to keep on, refining, optimizing it and everything. You need to keep doing that because you're growing as well. You're not static, you're growing. So as you're progressing, let it also reflect on your LinkedIn profile that you've also made progress. Now, when it comes to optimizing your LinkedIn profile, everything starts with your banner. What do you want people to see when they come to your banner? That is the first thing. So your banner needs to carry, what you do. It needs to carry your CTA. It needs to carry like what action do you want people to take after everything that they see. So like my own here, like I said, I already rebranded today. So I had to put my logo because I didn't have this. So I had to rebrand and try to put some of the keywords that if somebody searched, they would see me. So we
mm.
help you establish brands, business and attention into leads and paying customers. Now to get started, this is my CTA. To get started, see feature section. Because in my feature section, you'll be able to see like different things that I can help you do. And I also do like done for you AI automation, websites and mobile design, social media management, product design, UX, UI, because these are the things that I do. So I have them there on my profile. Now, when it comes to your picture as well, now you need to use a friendly picture. Now, when it comes to LinkedIn, you need to be quite like you need to be very polite. So you need to use a very friendly and inviting picture. So when somebody sees your picture, you already look, friendly and polite. Don't use a picture that you're not happy. Like don't use a picture that is like you're fighting with LinkedIn because don't use that kind of picture. And don't also use a picture that is very distracting. Let's say you took a selfie maybe behind maybe a lot of people are passing, very busy background, that kind of. No, if you want to use that picture maybe because it's beautiful, you can actually remove the background and make it very plain. That's how you need to picture needs to look your picture needs to be professional. It needs to also look friendly at the same time. Professional and friendly, two of them can coexist. So your picture needs to look friendly and also professional. You're smiling, but I mean you don't have to show your teeth, but your smile you can also show your teeth, but just look friendly. That's what your picture is supposed to look, and it should also be professional. And when I say professional, I'm not saying you should wear suits. Now, people also think that goes to anybody's head is like wear suits. No, you don't have to like, bro, just look nice. Like, just look decent. Like, look, you don't must not wear suit and not tie. No, but just look friendly. I'm sure you get what I mean when it comes to this profile picture. And then on your headline as well, you need to use a very you need to now spell out exactly what you do, and the people you help and what you help them do. Like me now, I am a designer. So my profile already shows that I'm a designer now. Helping founders and business owners. My target audience are founders and business owners. So now my one is helping founders and business owners turn product ideas into user-friendly digital experiences. Product design, product and UX UI designer, creating products people actually enjoy using. Now, you would also agree with me that there are some products that you will see. There are some products that maybe you go to like a website and you cannot use that product because you don't even know where to go to. Like, it's not easy to navigate. But now, so me as a designer, what I do for my clients is I make sure that whatever products I'm designing for you is user friendly, because user friendly products will make them to go back to that product and use it. Because I'm sure we've all had experience of bad products. I mean, maybe you're trying to order something using an e-commerce website, you're trying to order something, and at the end of the day you couldn't because the product is not user friendly. You were not able to like navigate the website or the mobile app. Now that product is not user friendly. So what I do here is I just spell it out here that actually help you to create products that people actually enjoy using. And then I have like these keywords here: UX design, and now I just put AI and automation here. Now you see I still found a way to chip it in, but then my primary skill is what is really showing here. Now this AI and automation is just like a keyword that I'm putting there. Now I did not allow it to overshadow like the other things that I am doing, because my primary skill still needs to outshine any other thing that I want to. So this one just shows that this is my secondary skill. So it's just there as my secondary skill. So I can choose to talk about it or not. You get? So that's like a way to go about it. And then okay, these ones are things that you can do like from your end. You're open to work, and then you need to also put like the keywords that you're open to. If you're open to, let's say, you're a social media manager, you're a virtual assistant, you need to also like put the keywords of the kind of work that you're open to as well. And then for your about section, now this about section is like very, very important. This about section shows how exactly you're going to help these people. Make it about your clients. About section is not about you, it's about your clients. You get? It's about your clients. It's not about you. So it's about the things that you can do for your clients, the things that you can help your client to achieve. That is what should be in your about section. So when you're writing your about section, think about your client. Think about the things that you can help them do. Now, this is not the time for you to talk about all your experiences, the certifications that you've got to know. There is a section for each of those things. So when it's about section, just focus on the things that you can help your client to do. Like mine here, I spell it out clearly what I can help you do. And I also spell out like my CTA. And make sure that at the end of your about section you have a clear CTA. Do you want them to send you a DM? You spell it out there, send me a DM and tell me what you do, and I'm going to do this for you. Or if you want them to send you an email, make sure that you have your email there. If you want them to call you, make sure you have your mobile your contact details there. Whatever CTA that you want to use, make sure that you have it there, so it will be easy for people to, like I already said in my header, to get started. Just check my featured section. So this one just shows you how you can work with me. So if you want to work with me, you can send me a DM to get started. You can view my portfolio. And then, like, this my portfolio, I'm still working on the actual one. I'm going to have like a central portfolio. Like what I said, that your LinkedIn profile is like something that you need to keep updating, because like myself, I have like a lot of skills. So I'm going to put it in one central portfolio, and that is the central portfolio that would be here. But for now, I can use my design portfolio, I can use my social media management portfolio, because I have like two of them like separately. But I need to put them together, which I'm working on. And then once I'm done, that is what is going to be here, so they can see my portfolio and see how I can help them. So you just put relevant stuff on your featured section. That is what is going to be here. So when you are writing your about section, just focus on the things that you can help this is not really the place for you to just pin a lot of posts. You can pin a post to your feature section, yeah, but this is where you need to really pin what you want to do for people. Let's say you have a course that you're selling. That is, you need to pin it to your feature section because you want people to see it. Like me now, I also have like a free LinkedIn starter guide. This is free, so you guys can actually just check it out and get it. So it's very detailed, and not just saying Designer at this. It will also like really help you. So I've also sat down to put everything that has helped me to grow on LinkedIn on this free LinkedIn starter guide, so you can get it. So those are the things that are on my featured section. So you can have you can even put your testimonials there. Yes, you can put your testimonials on your profile, on your feature section, I mean. So people get to see what your clients are saying about you. Very very important. Mine is already in my portfolio, so that's very important. So this section is just for your post. So whatever you post is going to appear here, and we're going to talk about content. Yeah, let's see. Hopefully we get to talk about content. Yeah, so the next section you want to optimize is your experience section. This is very important. Now, when you're optimizing your experience section, make sure that you spell out exactly what you did at that role. Not just saying designer at this, like me here, like just say like founder at anywhere. I just put it here as one of my experience. I actually like spell out the things that I have done there and just put some images of the things that I have done. So when somebody comes to my profile, they can see what I have done, they can read through it and all of that. And make sure you also have like keywords in those things that you're going to talk about as well. So for this particular role, so you can see how I also spelled out the things that I did and I'm still doing with this role. So I just felt like clearly what I have done, the results I've helped them to also achieve is here. Now these things are also there you might see on this your experience section also acts as your online CV. So you need to also properly optimize the experience section as though you were writing your CV. So for my roles here, I did the same thing here. See how detailed it is. So everything I've done with, I just spell it out here. So it's very detailed and not just say product designer at Tech Wins, but I talk about it in summary. How you can effectively optimize your talk about like what you studied in school, and then if you have like other certifications as well, or that maybe you've done your MIT to put it like in certification and all of them here. So this is where you need to have all of them. So you can also add like your projects, your skills. These skills you can add up to 100 skills, so you're not limited to, let's say, 5. So you can add up to 100 skills, so you make sure that you add as much as, and make sure that these skills are also relevant to what you're doing. Very important. And the next section that is also very very important here is your recommendation. Now you will be what people are check out what they're saying about you. Are they saying something good about you? People that you sometimes people even give me recommendation. I don't even have to ask because after working with them, they will just send me, recommendation and everything. And then you will see it and then receive it. Once you receive it and accept it, it appears on your profile. And then I also like give people recommendation as well. Because that also shows that you're someone that is collaborative. You can work with people. It also shows that you're a friendly person to work with and that kind of stuff. So that's why recommendation is very very important. And so that is that for that. So I just had to like quickly show you guys how you can effectively optimize your LinkedIn profile. This is me just doing like, in summary, how you can, but there is a lot more that would have been said. But I'm just because I have other things I want to talk about. So this is just me just rushing through it to show you guys how you can effectively optimize your LinkedIn profile because everything starts with your profile. So you need to be able to understand how you can optimize your profile. So yeah, we can continue. So
Yeah.
that's that
Thank
for
you.
optimizing your profile.
All right,
So
great. Thank you.
I'm
One
going to
question
stop
regarding the optimizing of profile I
sharing
want
now.
to ask is
And I hope we get, so if you have any questions far, so if you have any questions so far, I think you can. Okay.
I think we are having some time lag right now. So I wanted to say that one question I wanted to ask is regarding profile optimization is because it's a big
Oh,
one.
I
Now
can't hear
you
you. It's
I think you just should continue. When you are done, I would ask all the questions I have written down to ask as well. Just move on to the next thing you want to talk about.
okay. And
I do not know why it's breaking,
okay,
but
hello, can you hear
can move
me?
on. Yes, I can hear you clearly. I am able to
Okay.
hear
So
you.
thing the next thing I want to talk about. Okay, nice. Okay, so the next thing, this is like very, very important, because after optimizing your profile, the next step to actually building or leveraging LinkedIn is actually building strategic visibility through your content. This is very important. So now your content is actually how you move from being invisible to being influential. Yes, your content actually helps you to move from being invisible to being a thought leader as well. That's what your content does for you. And I'm going to be very clear. You don't need to be an expert to create content. Yes, because people feel like, oh my God, I'm not a content writer. I'm not this, so I can't write content because of that. That is not true. You just need to start. Like, content is literally how you want people to perceive you. Now, how do you want people to perceive you? When you think about it like that, you're going to be able to create content. Like me now, I want people to perceive me as a product designer, as a thought leader in my field. So me having that understanding is going to help me having that understanding is going to help me know the kind of content to create. So I need you to think about it that way. So don't say, oh, I don't know what to say, I don't know the kind of content to create, because you do. In fact, you're literally a walking content. So don't think that you don't have content, or content is for experts. It's not. So now I'm going to give you like a couple of content ideas. So the first content idea I'm going to give you is sharing your learning journey. Let's say you're just getting started in any career path that you've chosen. The best time for you to get started with your LinkedIn is that time that you are learning. This is also the mistake that a lot of people make. People already build their career in private, and then they now want to start building on LinkedIn in public. Now, the best way is for you to now build that your career in public. So as you're learning, you're putting yourself out there in public, and people are getting to see what you do. That is the best way for you to start your LinkedIn journey. So now your post could be, let me give you an example post. So an example could be, today I learned something interesting while working on a product design project. Now let's say you're in my career path. So you could say, today I learned something new, something interesting while working on product design project. Now people love learning with you. So when people see that, they'll be curious. Oh, what did she learn? They will be curious to know what you learned, so that they can also learn it with you. Now the second content idea would be you documenting your work. Show instead show the problem, show your process, and also show your results. Very, very important. And example of that kind of post could be something like, here is how I redesigned a confusing onboarding flow. And then now want to start building on LinkedIn in public. Now the second content idea would be you documenting your work. Show and increased user activation. Now that already shows that, oh, there was a problem with, people were not able to, there was a problem with the user flow. So because you are a designer, you actually had to redesign the onboarding flow, which actually helps to onboard users, effectively. It shows that you've done that. Now that shows your thinking, not just your skills. So that's like example of the kind of post that you can share and industry insights. Now talk about trends in your field. What is trending in your field? Talk about it. AI in design, remote work trends, new tools in your industry. Now all of these things positions you as someone who understands your industry. Perfect. Now the fourth content idea would be you teaching something. Educational content performs very, very well. People love to learn from people. So you need to be able to teach somebody something that product designers make. Or it could be something like three things I wish I knew earlier when I was just starting out in my career, because there are things that I wish I knew before starting out in my career. Because there are things that I wish I knew earlier when I was just starting out in my career. Now, I would imagine me putting that out there. It also shows beginner product designers that, oh, you can avoid this kind of mistake because I mean I didn't know about that. So I'm sharing my own experience with you to help you avoid those kind of mistakes because I mean I didn't know about that. So I'm sharing my own experience with you to help you avoid those kind of mistakes. People love those kind of content. Now that takes us to like the next part of what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to be wrapping up soon. So which is strategic networking. This is very, very important. But let me pause here and be sure you're still with me. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. The only issue is that you're breaking in between, but I
Hi,
can hear
Furnace,
you.
are you there?
Yes, I am here and I'm following.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. I can hear you.
Hello, Furnace, so can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh my god. I think you're answering me after I've asked like a couple of seconds ago.
I think it's lagging behind few seconds, but I can hear you. Please just shoot.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so that takes me to like the next part of what we're going to talk about today, which is strategic networking. This is very important. Now, LinkedIn is called LinkedIn for a reason. Now, the real power of LinkedIn is in relationships. That's why you need to build strategic relationships on LinkedIn. But many people network the wrong way. Now, you send connection requests to somebody and immediately you pitch to the person. As the person is just accepting your connection request, you're already pitching to the person. Now that feels transactional. Instead of focus on building relationship first. Now, by the time you build that relationship with somebody, then you already have that, that rapport with the person. It will be easy for you to sell whatever it is that you want to sell. So I'm going to give you like some smart networking strategy. Now, the first step is for you to identify people in your field. Identify these people in your field. It could be hiring managers, industry leaders, people working at companies you admire. You need to identify them. Now, once you identify them, the second step will be for you to send a personalized connection request to them. Now, an example of a personalized request would sound something like this. Hi, Annie. I've been following your work in product design and I really enjoyed your post about user research. I would love to connect and learn from your insights. Now, you see that is quite short, that is human, and that is also like very polite and respectful. Now, people love to, when they read that kind of post, it just shows that, oh, you've been following me. That means you're already like a part of my community, you're already a part of my journey. Now, it's easy for those kind of people to respond to you than for you to just, you start pitching without even connecting with them or knowing anything about them. You see, there are two different things. So now you need to also engage with their content. Now, before asking for anything, you need to comment on their posts, you need to share thoughtful insights, you need to join conversations. Now, this actually helps them to recognize your name before you even think about pitching to them. Because relationship is actually greater than immediate opportunity. That is the truth. LinkedIn is not a get rich quick scheme, honestly. So many opportunities come up months after a connection has been built. So you need to be patient. You need to build, relationship with people before you even think about pitching to them. Now, somebody remembers you when a job opens, when a project actually appears, or when there is a collaboration opportunity. They remember you because you've been networking with them and you've been able to also keep the relationship going as well. So the next step would be how you can position yourself as a problem solver. Yes, this is very important. Now, the biggest mistake professionals make on LinkedIn is talking only about themselves. Talking only about yourself is not going to help you so much. So instead of talking about only yourself, talk about the problems that you solve. Companies hire people who solve problems. They don't hire people that just come, you talk about yourself, you keep talking about yourself. No. Talk about the problem you solve and how you can help them solve that problem. So instead of saying I'm a graphic designer, you could just say something like I help brands create visuals that improve engagement and brand recognition. That shows the kind of problem that you are helping them solve. So instead of saying I'm a product designer, you can say I design user experiences that make digital products easier and more enjoyable to use. Simple. So when people understand the problem you solve, they understand your value. And so we're going to get into the next part, which is use LinkedIn opportunities features. Now, you can, there are lots of opportunities on LinkedIn that you can actually take use to your advantage, which is like the feature section that I already showed you. That feature section is very, very powerful. Make sure that you pin your portfolio, pin if you have like questionnaire that people need to fill before they get to work with you, pin it there. Whatever onboarding activity or onboarding tools that you have, make sure that it is there. If you want people to book a free call with you, make sure that you have it there on your feature section. Very, very important. Those are things that help you to people get to understand you better. And also recommendations, your skills section, that I've already like talked about that when I was talking about the how to optimize your profile. That's very, very important. Now, this next part is real career growth strategies. Now, the first strategy I'm going to give you is comment strategy. Oh my God, you can never go wrong with comment strategy. Now, when I say comment, when I say comment, I'm not referring to thanks for sharing kind of comment. I'm not also referring to nice post kind of comment. I'm talking about actual comment. Now, in fact, there are comments that I have made that even got 7,000 views, 7,000 impressions. I mean comments, not my actual post. So imagine if comments is getting to like that number of people, and then my post is also getting, so you can imagine how far my profile has, how many people have seen me through just one comment. I've had comment that have gotten thousands of impressions. So you need to be able to share very strategic comments. In fact, you see comment will even give you to people. A lot of people have gotten jobs through commenting. A lot of people have sent me DM, oh my, I saw your comment on this person, but I would love to connect with you and all that. It was through comment. I have connected with a lot of people because of comments. So your comment is very, very important. Now, that is the first strategy that I'm going to share. That's a real career growth strategy. Your comments. Thoughtful comments can get thousands of views. Many people have actually grown their network simply by leaving valuable comments on popular posts. So you need to be early on this post as well. Check people in your industry, see what they talk about, turn on your post notifications, like stay whenever they post, drop something very thoughtful and valuable. Somebody will see that post and you will get hired through that comment. So that's the first strategy. So the second one is you sharing your wins. Yes, did you complete a certification? Did you launch a new project? Did you get promoted? Just talk about it, share it. And also share your challenges. What kind of challenges are you facing at work? Or what kind of challenges are you facing generally in your career? Talk about it because people also want to relate with you beyond your career, beyond what we are seeing. What do you do? Talk about it, share your story. Oh, when you got started, it was really, really difficult for you. You didn't have a laptop, and because of that, you were designing with your phone. That is a story. You were designing with your phone, and because of that, you've been able to get a laptop when you got your first pay. Now that is a win, and you're telling a story of how you got here. Now, people that are struggling, people that are at the same level with you, or people that are at the level that you have passed, can now relate, and they're also hopeful that, okay, if any was able to do this, then I can also do it. And there should always be a lesson at every story that you share. There should be a lesson. What do you want people to get out of your story? Share it, talk about it, because it will help the next person, and also person that is also looking up to you. Very important. And then the third strategy that I'm going to share is consistency over perfection. A lot of people, in fact, this one has actually kept a lot of people from not starting out on LinkedIn, because they're waiting to
Mm.
be perfect. When are you going to be perfect? Like, when do you think you're going to be ready? You're never going to be ready if you don't think that where you are now, you are ready. You're not. Like me, when I started out on LinkedIn, I didn't just sit down and say, oh, I need to, I need to know how to. I'm not a content writer. So I'm not a professional writer. So if I had waited to maybe go and start learning this, and maybe I would never would have started. But I just started because I was like, okay, I'm learning something. I'm doing it. Let me just start talking about what I'm doing. Let me just, that was how I started. I just started. Sometimes I just posted things. I'll post and leave. If I started even posting on LinkedIn without even knowing that I was supposed to even be engaging with people, I would just post and I'm off. Post and I'm off. Until I also, as I was doing, and I started learning about how the platform works, and it got
Yeah.
better. So
Yeah.
you don't have to wait until you are perfect. Start with your imperfection, but aim at consistency. If I even when I just started building on Instagram and on and TikTok, because I know you have to create video content. It's not like LinkedIn that you can just write, and that one you need to sit down in front of your camera, and sometimes it can be camera shy. You know what to say, but because that one you can just find yourself laughing all through, and they're like, oh my god, how do I, but I just started. And when I started, I was just telling my friends that I'm not aiming at perfection. So nobody should come and tell me, oh my God, your video is this. Please, you should. I just want to be consistent. I know that as I'm progressing, I'm going to get better at it. And every day my content keeps getting better. Like it keeps getting better than the previous one. So
Mm.
because as I'm also creating content, I'm also getting to know the things I would have done to improve, and I'm also improving. Now I did not wait to be perfect until I got started. I started. Now while starting, I'm also discovering things that would have made everything make sense. So you don't have to wait till you are perfect to start. Just start where you are, and trust me, you are going to perfect it. Just start. Talk about what you do, share your experiences, post as many times as you can post. Aim at consistency. It will do you a whole lot of good. Aim at consistency. And the final thing that I'm going to say, because I'm wrapping up here, the final thing I'm going to say is your career is not just built by what you know. Yes, your career is built by who knows you, what they know you for, and the value they associate with your name. Now, like this is very, in fact, let me take that again. Now, your career is not just built by what you know, but it's actually built by who knows you, what they know you for, and the value they associate with your name. Very, in fact, if you've not taken anything from today's session, I need you to take those three things. And you need to think about again, why do I even have to get started with LinkedIn after? Why do I have to start with LinkedIn? You need
Mm.
to have a very strong why, because I'm telling you, it's going to be challenging. It's not going to be all sweet. As I'm talking to you now, it sounds all nice, but I'm going to also tell you the truth. It's not going to be easy. Like, it's not going to be easy. It wasn't easy for me. In fact, anybody that's building on LinkedIn will tell you that. I mean, there are days that you can even sit down and cry and you want to give up. It's not going to be easy, but what helps you to wake up the following day and want to keep creating content is because of the reason you even started in the first place. So you need
Exactly.
to have a very strong why, something that if you want to give up, you remember why you started. And you're like, oh my god, I don't want to give up. I need to just keep going. I need to keep going. I need to keep going. In fact, your why could be that maybe, let's say, your friends know you as someone that you can't really your friends know you as someone that can't really do a particular thing and see it through to the end. You can take a bet on yourself and say that I'm going to stay. In fact, for this reason, I'm going to get started with this LinkedIn, and I'm going to, in fact, make my friends to go back on their word and say, so you did it. That could be
Mm.
your why. If you make that why, I'm telling you, in fact, the days that you want to give up, you remember that your friends will laugh at you. You will go back and create that content. In fact, that's alone, you will go back and create that content. Like, that is a That is just an example of the why you will go back and create that content. In fact, let me even say another thing that would help you. Now, when you're creating content, this one is very important. Look away from your friends. Don't think because you're creating content, your friends are going to support you. They may not. Now,
Mm.
if your friends don't support you, what is going to happen? Are you going to give up? You will not. When I started building on LinkedIn, honestly, I never posted for one day on my WhatsApp status that, oh, maybe I brought my LinkedIn post, maybe link, oh, and post it out there. I'm not saying it's bad, but that was just a personal decision that I wasn't going to. I just wanted to build a community away from my friends. Like, I didn't want to be like, oh, my friends are the only one engaging on. I just wanted to build a community like away from my friends. And I'm telling you, a lot of people now discovered me, and they will even come to my DM and say, "Oh my God, Amy, you're doing so well on LinkedIn. I can see you." Now, sometimes I just think that I can't see the person ever commenting on my post or even liking my post. Now it shows you that they are seeing you, but some of them will not even like your post, they will not even comment. So
Yeah.
imagine I was building because I wanted them to support me and I didn't get that support. Do you think I would not? I would have given up. So that's another thing I need you to also get as you're starting, or if you're already building on LinkedIn. Look away from your friends. Don't put your hope in anybody. Your goal is different from your friends, or your friends' goal might not be to be on LinkedIn. So if you're going to try to be making them to be engaging with your post, they might not, because that's not their goal. So yeah, you don't have to go and quarrel with your friends because they're not supporting you. You don't have to do that. Look away from your
Right.
friends.
Absolutely.
Yes, and also detach your emotions from your results. Oh my God. When you're starting out on LinkedIn, you might not get the likes you're looking for, you might not get the jobs, you might not get the impression. Your posts are they're going to flop, but keep on going, because consistency is actually what is going to help you achieve every single thing that you want to achieve. So just keep on going. Detach yourself from, like, detach your emotions from the results you're going to get. Detach your emotions from your results. Very, very important. If not, you're going to give up sooner than you think that you would want to. You give up too soon. And so the next thing that, okay, I'm still like in the final stage. So I'm just giving, like, wrapping up. So I'm giving like my final messages, so that LinkedIn actually gives you the power to shape that narrative. So instead of you waiting for opportunities, you can attract the kind of opportunities you want by practicing everything that we talked about in today's session, right from your profile, your content, even the strategy that would also help you. You can change the narrative by practicing all of those things, and then you start to attract the kind of opportunities that you want. Instead of being overlooked, you can actually become visible by being consistent. And instead of competing with thousands of people, you can build a personal brand that makes you stand out. You're not aiming to go viral, because you can go viral with one post, but what actually retains is just the community that you've built. So aim at building a personal brand that makes you stand out, not aiming at virality, because virality is not something that happens like every day. But the community that you built is what stands by you. So even if you take a break and come back, your community still stands by you, because you've actually built a community. That is what will keep you going. So after this session, I'm going to give you just 3 assignments for you to implement after this session. Just 3. So the first thing I want you to do is for you to optimize your LinkedIn profile. That is where it all starts. Optimize your LinkedIn profile. That's the first assignment. And the second assignment is for you to start sharing your knowledge and your journey. Start sharing your stories. Start talking about your challenges, share your wins, share your experiences. Start talking about it. And the third one is build meaningful professional relationships. This is very, very important, because the opportunities you're looking for might already be on LinkedIn waiting to discover you. So you just have to put yourself out there and just be visible. So that's what I have for you today. And I want to believe that you've learned one or two things from today's session. And thank you so much for staying with me till the end of this session. And yeah, thank you. So I'm going to take, if there's any question now, I'm just going to take questions.
Thank you so much. This was so insightful. Like so insightful. And there is really nothing much to add. The only thing I want to add in everything that has been said is the first thing Amy began with, which is LinkedIn is a professional platform.
Yeah.
And any place that is professional, two things happen there: you give and you take. You give your
Mm-hmm.
knowledge in your workplace and they give you salary. So a lot of people on LinkedIn just come and drop their post and fly away. They come back the following morning and they're seeing just one like. It is not built for that. So you have to engage,
Yeah.
like you mentioned. Commenting is the way to go on LinkedIn. It cannot get better. One question I really
Yeah.
wanted to ask is, there is LinkedIn Premium, LinkedIn that, LinkedIn this. So if I do not have a premium on my LinkedIn, does that mean I cannot go viral? What are the limitations
Oh,
on premium?
no, 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 no. Like LinkedIn Premium has nothing to do with you going viral on LinkedIn. It doesn't. It's just that LinkedIn Premium has advantages. Yes, it has advantages because, first of all, LinkedIn Premium, you're going to be able to reach out to hiring managers without limitation, unlike the free version where there's some people that you want to reach out to, you can't, because they say you need to be on premium. And then you can also see people that view your profile. If you're on the premium, you can see people that view your profile. Now you can also get offers by people viewing your profile, because you can reach out to them. Oh, hi, I'm funny, so I just noticed that you viewed my profile and I would like to know how or what caught your attention after you viewed my profile. Now, something as simple as that. Then that person now open. I checked your profile. And, I'm really impressed at what you do. Let's keep the communication going, or let's just stay connected. You get now, by the person doing that, you will just be, oh, no, that okay, the person, my profile is impressive, and I have had people reach out to me like that. I've had people reach out to me like, oh, your profile is really impressive. Just stay connected and all of that. You just keep the communication going, because you never can tell what that single connection the door it can open for you tomorrow. So your premium, this thing has nothing to do with your going viral on LinkedIn at all. It doesn't affect, but it just has other advantages.
All right, great. Because it has been a bone of contention. Someone has been struggling to either start with the free trial to see how it goes. And my advice to him was, if you want to start with the free trial, you would have to be consistent on LinkedIn for that 1 month. Because if you're not consistent, if you are day to day and next week you're no longer there, you're going to waste the
Mhm.
free trial. So build at first, get to a point of consistency, then get the trial and see how it boosts your profile. And then from there, you can decide if you want to use the premium version or you still want to use the free version. But there's really no much difference. Thank you, Eno-obong. It's been so insightful. If we want to load more on this, I think it would be knowledge overload. Anyone that wants to start on LinkedIn and grow on LinkedIn, this is more than enough for anyone to start with. I was writing and detailing as you were going and giving the punchlines. I was writing and going. So if the person cannot catch on the video while you were saying, especially the time you were breaking, there is a text by the side that the person can follow through. I've gotten lots of learnings from this. And one thing I also want to say is that on the feature session, if you're just starting on LinkedIn, you don't need to crack your head on feature session. Just start something. From there, you can craft your feature session as you are going. If you want to have a kind of feature session that Eno-obong has on her LinkedIn, you will not start. You will not, because
Yeah.
she didn't begin from there. It was when she has grown to a certain level that she was able to optimize it to get to that point by doing it continuously. If she tells you how many times that she has optimized her profile, you will not believe it. It has been more than 10 times. And it's the truth.
Exactly.
So start from what you have, start from where you are,
You are.
come back and share your testimony. That is the only thing I can say. Thank you, Eno-obong, for the last 1 hour. It has been really insightful. We cannot thank you enough. And your profile is really, really intriguing. When I checked your profile, it was 44,000. And in less than 1 week, it's 47,000. Just look at that. The power of multiplication. It keeps growing and flying and growing and growing. But thank you, yeah. And thank you everyone for joining us. We will stop the streaming here. And until we see you next time in our upskilling session. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.